Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Canadian Car Review Show. Today we'll be reviewing a 2015 Cadillac ATS Coupe all-wheel drive equipped with the luxury trim at Bud's Chevrolet. New for 2015 is the availability of the two-door coupe, which shares the same drivetrain of the ATS sedan and has a wider body stance than the four-door model. The ATS Coupe's exterior has been redesigned and only shares the front hood design of its bigger brother. The ATS Coupe also comes with more electronic gadgets in the vehicle, including Cadillac's Q system, which will be included in all Cadillac models in the upcoming years. It's also the first production vehicle that is dressed with Cadillac's refreshed emblem. The ATS Coupe was engineered to compete against some well-respected vehicles in its class, including the Mercedes C-Class Coupe and the BMW 3 and 4 Series vehicles. The front of the vehicle includes a chrome finish grille that has the Cadillac emblem embedded into the design and complements the signature LED lighting system that has been designed into the headlight housing. A bi-xenon headlighting system is also included in this model and is equipped with a steering guidance system that allows for the headlights to adjust during cornering. Fog lights are also added to improve road visibility. LED turn signals are included on the side mirrors, which are also heated and folded electrically. A keyless entry access system complements a technology package that also includes a rear backup camera that is mounted on the trunk lid. Signature Cadillac finishes are vibrant on the rear end, and the vehicle is finished off with a dual exhaust system. Overall, the ATS Coupe's exterior emphasizes on aerodynamics with sleek body lines and an increased use of undercarriage body trim. The ATS Coupe is powered by Chevrolet's 2-liter Ecotec engine that produces 272 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 295 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. Mounted to the 4-cylinder direct injection engine is a 6-speed automatic transmission that is equipped with paddle shifters for sportier shifting characteristics. The ATS also gets an all-wheel drive system that is electronically controlled to help put the power down onto the pavement at all times. 0 to 60 miles an hour can be achieved in 6 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Front Brembo brake calipers assist in a stopping distance of approximately 118 feet and also provides consistent brake effort when on the track. Equipped on the luxury trim model is Cadillac's sport-tuned 4-wheel independent double pivot front suspension and a 5-link rear suspension. If performance is what you're after, there is also an option on all trim levels to upgrade to the 3.6-liter V6 engine that produces 321 horsepower at 6,800 RPM and 275 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. A rear-wheel drive version of the vehicle can also be built, which gives you a limited slip rear differential. A 6-speed manual transmission can also be equipped for even more driver control. A track performance package add-on can be equipped with the V6 engine that includes an external engine oil cooler and performance brake lines. What makes this package even better is the availability of Cadillac's signature magnetic ride suspension. You will have to opt for the Premium Collection trim model to purchase the magnetic suspension in Canada. The interior gets a sporty finish and includes soft-touch materials throughout every body panel and trim. The dash consists of a one-piece design and is wrapped in leather material. You'll also notice that there are various different gauge clusters and TFT screens for the driver to communicate with the vehicle. The driver's door consists of soft touch and leather materials that complement the overall interior. Power window, door locks, side mirrors, and memory seat functions are included on the driver's door. The driver's seat is well bolstered and is a 10-way electronically controlled seat that has a rear access latch mounted on the backrest. The front passenger is also equipped with the same electronics and mechanical features as the driver's seat. Rear seating is fairly decent in the back and is also wrapped in leather material. Overall, the ATS Coupe interior has excellent design cues that complement the sleek design of the exterior. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather, and on the left-hand side has voice recognition, cruise control, phone connectivity, and heated steering wheel button settings. And on the right hand side is your radio preset controls with your volume for your radio system. You also have a selection button with the left and right arrows, and this switch actually toggles up and down, and that controls your gauge cluster and the driver system itself. You also have steel paddle shifters, plus and negative, turn signal, and on the right hand side is your wipers. So the driver's gauge console consists of a TFT screen that's in the center there, as you can see. Shows your battery voltage.
In demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
So it shows your battery voltage currently, your digital speedometer in miles per hour. It also gives your odometer reading. And this actual screen can be changed through the menu button that I showed you guys in the steering wheel column. So you can actually change the settings. So you can put your vehicle odometer in here, trip odometer, fuel range, average fuel economy, your turn arrows, if you want your navigation system embedded into the actual cluster itself. You can actually have a cruise set. You can show your cruise control settings on this menu as well, and you can go through your battery voltage again, oil life, tire pressure monitoring, or you can just have it blank. So this actual gauge system here is fully customizable, and you can even access other settings. So the left hand side does the exact same thing. Just wanted to show you guys that. So the middle, you can go through the radio presets, and pretty much to get to this menu you have to flick up. So when you flick up, then it goes through the actual presets. So right now we have phone connection, phone connectivity. We can browse your settings, your digital cluster. You can change it from imperial to metric if you wish. Your navigation system, and that's about it for the settings itself. Now, going into the actual settings of the vehicle, you change the units, info pages, and the software. So if we go into the info pages, these are the types of pages that can be displayed on this TFT screen here. So right now we have the speedometer selected, trip 1 and trip 2. Trip 2 is not selected, but I can select it. Fuel range, average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, average vehicle speed, timer, compass is enabled, your turn arrows, travel time, distance to destination, speed limit, speed warning, you can enable or disable it, cruise control settings, again, battery voltage, oil life. So that's where this actual screen setup is for this entire system. Now for the center console, what's interesting is Cadillac's gone with capacitive touch buttons. So everything you touch is just a simple like touch screen concept. Same with the volume. You can just slide the volume. And every time you press, every time you touch one of the capacitive settings, there's a little motor inside that buzzes to tell you that you've activated something or you're pressing something. So your auto air conditioning system right now, and you can even cycle through the modes just by moving your hand across. And to reduce the fan speeds, you could slide your finger, just like the volume control as I just did a second ago. Oh no, you actually have to press them individually. So it takes a little bit to get used to, because it's something that most cars don't have, but it is a nice clean design. There's no buttons, no dust can get on the system, and it's very easy to clean. Now you also have a home button, which brings you back to the navigation system. So the navigation system is based on the Chevrolet MyLink. Because it's a Cadillac, it's not going to show you that, but it's the exact same system with OnStar. And it has presets. So there's 7 presets in the vehicle. So you have your audio presets. You have voice recognition for your audio, radio settings. You can seek radio stations. You can change the media to USB, Bluetooth, whichever media device you like to use, auxiliary ports. You can even go through the menu system of the radio. You can change the tone of the surround sound. And again, this is powered by surround sound Bose system. It has bass, mid-range, and treble changes. You can change the rear, the driver feedback, center point. These are just direct axis of lines instead of moving it yourself. Or you can just program it yourself to what you would prefer. Right now we'll just leave it in normal. You can include time shift. You can turn on or off the surround sound for Bose. You can turn on or off high definition radio, RDS on or off, and you can update the station list. So if you're going across the border, you can update the station list by pressing this button, and it'll give you the radio presets for that area. Phone connectivity, voice recognition software again, contacts, you have your recent list, your keypad, voicemail, and you can obviously pair multiple phones to the vehicle itself. And again, just like most of Chevrolet MyLink, they have the app buttons on the top, so you can easily go through. Instead of hitting the menu button, you can just hit the next button, which would be navigation. So you can zoom out. And again, because it's using the MyLink system wired in with OnStar, it gives you live traffic events on major roads. And you can obviously change the settings of your navigation system to show more roads and side streets and stuff like that. You can change the navigation voice preferences to short or long instructions. Current location, traffic, you can change your map to different views. 3D view is what it's set up right now. You can also display places of interest or points of interest, gas stations, shopping centers, anything like that. You can even customize your personal data, so your personal contacts, their addresses, and you can plug that all in and it'll calculate the distance to that area. Now you also have your HVAC control settings. So not only do you have the capacitive button, but you can also always revert back to the touch screen. You can sync the dual climate control system together, so it works together itself. Once the passenger adjusts their own temperature settings, it reverts back out into the auto system. You also have AC controls, and your fan speed can be controlled with the buttons again. So we've gone through audio, phone, navigation, climate control, text messaging. So again, when your phone is paired up and you do have the software capabilities on your phone, you can actually read text messages off your screen. It'll actually read it to you as well, and you can respond to text messages that are being displayed and being recorded. You also have OnStar.
OnStar ready.
You could do hands-free calling, turn-by-turn navigation, OnStar info, virtual advisor, and Wi-Fi settings.
Wi-Fi settings. Please see the owner's manual for information about your Wi-Fi hotspot settings.
So you can actually pay with your subscription internet connection to the vehicle, so you can actually have a proper internet connection with the vehicle if you go overseas, or if you're just traveling long distances and you want to check your email, or your kids want to interact with the world or search something on Google. You can do that with this vehicle.
Cancel. Returning to the main menu. OnStar ready. Thank you. Goodbye.
Now under the settings, this is for the actual vehicle itself. So you can change the time and date, the language that everything's displayed in. You can switch the vehicle into valet mode, or you punch in a password. It restricts the speed of the vehicle and it kind of records what's going on with the vehicle when you're not attended to the actual car itself. You can change the radio presets, manage favorites, the number of favorites being shown on the screen. You can turn on or off the surround sound system of Bose. You can set the maximum startup volume when you enter the vehicle. And those are just some things you can do with the radio system. Now in terms of the vehicle, you have your climate and air quality system. You can turn on or off the auto fan speed, or you can have it a low, medium, or high. Auto defog, auto rear defog, you can set all that up. And again, the reason why those menus are there is because the car has remote start. So it'll actually figure out the temperature of the vehicle and bring it to normal state. So comfort and convenience, you have your auto memory recall settings. So for your driver door and at the ignition. So pretty much you can have it on the unlock, and it recognizes your key. It'll adjust your seat settings if somebody else sat in your vehicle, or you can have it during your ignition. So when you press the ignition system itself, the start-stop button, it'll actually adjust your seating. You have easy exit options as well, so the seat will, once I turn off the vehicle, the driver's seat will actually recline back to allow me to exit the vehicle very easily. You can increase or decrease the trim volume, and you can have reverse tilt mirrors, so when you're reversing the vehicle, your side mirrors will tilt to the lower position so you can see the guidelines of parking areas. You can change the lighting system, power door locks menu, and the remote lock, unlock, and the way the vehicle starts. So remote start auto heat seats, so both the driver and the passenger have heated seats, and you can configure that if you want them on or off during the remote start feature. So the vehicle itself has a fair amount of settings. Now what I want to talk about is the actual drivetrain itself. So there are 3 different driving modes. So this does come with a 6-speed automatic transmission. You have a traction control button that'll turn off traction control, and then you have this mode button here. So if I press this mode button, it'll give me 3 different driving characteristics to choose from. The first mode is touring. The second one is sport, where it uses the all-wheel drive system a little bit more efficiently through turns. And the last one is snow and ice. So you do have driving modes that you can choose from with the all-wheel drive setup, and it just changes the parameters of the vehicle and gives you better traction. You can actually start the vehicle off in M2, so in second gear. So if you do have a loss of traction in the vehicle, which it's going to be very hard to do in this car because it is an all-wheel drive system, you can start the vehicle in second gear. The vehicle also does have a backup camera, so simply just put your foot on the brake, place it in reverse, and you have active guidelines as well. So as I turn the steering wheel, the active guidelines will change the trajectory of the vehicle and let me know if I can actually park in the actual spot that I'm looking at. So it works pretty good. It also has rear collision. It actually has 360-degree collision warning on the vehicle. So right now it gives you a warning on the screen, and if you look at the driver's gauge console, it'll also give you an indication. This concludes our video review. We'd like to thank Bud's Chevrolet on providing the vehicle, and for more information on the ATS, you can visit their website or log on to ours at www.tccrs.ca. Please subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.